Hi, everybody, and welcome to KickoffLabs live marketing chats. My name is Izzy Palmerin. I am a technical marketing pro here at KickoffLabs.com. So thanks for joining us once again. Today, we're actually going to be doing a Getting Started live training. So this is one of our training series, specially dedicated to new accounts, helping them get the most out of a KickoffLabs account. So we're going to be showing you around the dashboard. We're going to be showing you all of the cool things that KickoffLabs can actually do. And let me go ahead and let everybody know in the chat that we are now live. So give me one sec. We're now live. Please press play. Okay, so I can see that so far we have a couple people online. So it's Gary is already with us, and we have an additional 2 viewers, which is okay. You can always sign into the chat and ask us questions directly. So I do invite you guys to sign into the chat directly, where you can start asking our team, or me specifically, Izzy from Kickoff Labs, any type of questions related to your Kickoff Labs account. So now that we're kind of live now, give me about another minute or so, just so we get some additional people logging on, because I do know that there might be some additional people. And just if you could put like a simple yes in the actual chat box, that would let me know that you can both hear me and you can also see my screen. Right now I'm just sharing the Kickoff Labs Getting Started live training screen, the actual page that you should be looking at. But a simple yes would suffice. That way I feel comfortable enough to go ahead and keep moving on. So give me one sec. All right, Gary, thanks so much. So basically throughout this training, I'm going to be showing you guys throughout the actual dashboard itself and how we would actually build a campaign in-house. So there are a couple steps that we normally take, and just by watching the series, you can actually take a look at how we do things in-house and how you can set it up similarly to us. Okay, so let me go ahead and start sharing our campaign dashboard. Right now I'm in a different account, so let me jump into my own. So as mentioned, these are actually like personalized events. You can actually see that we're live now. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 11 a.m. And so if you do have any specific questions that are specific to your own campaign or specific to your own business, please feel free to ask those. We're always very happy to help our customers and to provide any kind of very specific advice towards your business and towards your campaign. If I don't have any questions currently, and actually I'll be jumping in to the actual chat itself I'll be switching back and forth. So if you do have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the chat. If not, I'll pretty much just be flying through how we create a campaign, how would I optimize it, and I'll be sharing some really good additional links towards the end of the session. So this is going to take about 20-30 minutes. So just sit tight, and as I mentioned, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them within the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into my account. So currently I have a whole bunch of campaigns, but if this is the first time that you're actually logging in, you're going to be prompted to create a new campaign. And we're going to be going through that. If at any point you already have a couple campaigns created, you can always just click the Add New button, and that will create the campaign for you. So Kickoff Labs is now asking me, okay, so what do I want to name my campaign? I'll just go ahead and give it like a really quick basic name. Let's say my cool campaign. Actually, I think I already said that. My cool demo campaign part 2. Okay, and I could change this at any time, so it's not a problem. Now actually Kickoff Labs is asking me, how are people going to enter the contest? And technically you have 3 ways to actually collect leads. The first would be using one of Kickoff Labs' many landing pages. So we have a whole bunch of highly optimized landing page designs that are actually built to help convert your customers. So you can either use one of our designs. If you click the landing page button, you'll see a whole bunch of cool designs that you could choose. If you want to see all of our themes, you can click View All Themes, which will actually show you all of them on the same page. And the really cool thing about our landing pages, as you'll see in a moment, is that you can easily customize them too. So you can click and drag to add additional sections to your campaign, or you can remove sections. You can do all kinds of really cool stuff. I'll be doing that in just a moment, but I want to show you the other ways that you can actually collect leads using KickoffLabs. So we do have the other option here, which is pop-ups on my website. What this means is that if you have any kind of existing website, maybe an existing blog, an existing homepage, where you're currently driving some kind of traffic and you don't want to switch that over to a landing page or anything like that, you can actually embed a form, or you can place a pop-up over your actual web page. There's lots of things that you can actually do with KickoffLabs. So if you take a look, I actually clicked on pop-ups on my website, and you can see all of the different options that you can actually install onto an existing website. So you can do a pop-up. We have different types of pop-ups, an exit intent, one where you could click a link and it'll pop up. You have a sign-up bar, lots of different ways to actually get people to convert on an existing site. And next week, we're actually going to be talking about how to leverage a lot of these things. So I do invite you guys to look out for an email probably coming out hopefully tomorrow, and with an invite to some tips on how to keep on doing long-term lead generation using KickoffLabs. So this is one of the best ways to actually do that, installing pop-ups on an existing site. And finally, we have this other option, which is use my own existing forms. This is when you want to bring in your own custom design. So we already offer our landing pages and we offer pop-ups, but there's certain cases where lots of customers bring in their own custom design, or maybe they might be using some kind of different landing page builder. You can actually bring in those third-party tools and connect them to KickoffLabs, where when people would sign up on any existing form, so let's say you have a form already on your, already designed on your homepage, or already designed on a different landing page outside of KickoffLabs, you can easily drop a simple script, a simple little bit of code onto the page, and that will automatically connect it to KickoffLabs, and you'll get all of the additional features. So those are the 3 ways that you can tap into KickoffLabs viral tools. As I mentioned, I don't have any existing site right now, but I still want to collect leads, so I can do so using the landing page options. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I can actually demo the pages here. There's a nice demo button. For now, I'll just go ahead and choose a basic, really effective one of my favorite ones. It was the Harry Signs Up. So once I click that option, it'll actually scroll me down, and it's asking me, do I want to add an exit intent widget? At this time, you might not know what that is, but those are the pop-ups that you've probably seen them before. It's a pop-up that'll show, that'll pop up over the landing page or over the website if people are trying to close the actual page. So I'll show you an example in just a moment, but generally we do recommend adding the exit intent widget, because what that's going to do, it's going to give you a second opportunity to convert those leads, just in case the landing page copy didn't technically convince that person, and they're getting ready to close it. You can actually have that second opportunity, and I'll show you exactly how that works in a moment. So I already have my exit intent, I have my landing page. The third step, I'll go ahead and click continue, is choosing my viral contest strategy. So this is where KickoffLabs is really, really powerful. We have different types of thank you page experience. So each one has its own different type of viral side to it. Some are more gamified than the others. You can show people how many referrals they've gotten, and let me dive into them just a little bit. But if you take a look at the actual landing pages, you can actually do reward levels, where currently you can let leads unlock rewards for reaching specific referral goals. Let's say after 3 referrals, after 5, 10 referrals, any number you want. And there's several different layouts. Most of them are highly customizable too, where you can drag and drop. I'll show you in a moment. You can also do a leaderboard. So this is more of a competition in that people can actually sign up and refer friends to top the leaderboard. So the people with the most referrals get to be on top of the actual leaderboard. This is highly, highly gamified, and this tends to work really well. This is actually modeled after, I forgot, I forgot what the company was actually called, but yeah, this is actually highly, highly effective. There's also a couple other thank you page formats that are available for you guys. One of them is the waitlist, so you could create a good waitlist, or you could do simple sharing where all you have is just like some simple share buttons. It just really depends on the type of campaign that you're going to be running, but choosing the thank you page is really going to make the difference in getting people to share and to bring additional people to your campaign, which is really where the power of KickoffLabs comes in. Our social referral system, or refer a friend mechanism, whatever you want to call it, that is actually going to get you the most results. When people, yes, they'll sign up to your form, but in addition to that, they'll start referring friends. So these pages are really, really going to help bring out that viral sharing and help bring in those additional referrals to your campaign. So for now, I actually want to choose the Harry Goes Viral Thanks, which is also one of our most popular pages. It actually performs really well, and I'll show you what you can do with that in just a moment. Okay, so I clicked the create a. Well, actually, I clicked the thank you page. Let me click create a campaign. This will set up the campaign automatically for me. And currently what it already has a landing page installed. It has an exit intent, and it has a thank you page. And actually, I can test this once I think I went out of the chat. But once I click on that, see how I was kind of mousing up? This is the exit intent. I might want to optimize this so it doesn't pop up so soon, but that's the exit intent. And this is the sign up page, and it's already working. Like if I sign up here, I can see that it's already fully live. These are the URLs. This is the referral. If you're taking a look at the URL bar at the URL here at the very top, you can notice that the KOL ID, that's my referral. You can see it also here in the share link. So I can already see that this is hooked up completely, and it's already working. Obviously, the next step that I want to take is just adding my own content. But really, if I already had the content and the images and what I wanted to write down, it would be pretty easy just to start customizing it, and I'll show you how quick that is. And I think I might have gotten one or two questions along the way, so I do apologize. I think I might have reloaded the page by accident. Let me go ahead and see if there were some questions. Okay, so if you happen to be seeing the presentation blurry, so I do apologize for that, you can actually bring up the quality within YouTube. So if you click the little gear icon, if I click the gear icon, you can change the quality, and you can bring up the quality to HD. So you should be able to see it in HD quality, okay? And let me go ahead and be sure to answer Rosalia's, hi, please explain the difference between forms, pop-up, and the welcome mat. Okay, let me show you really quick the actual forms right before I actually dive into the customizing the actual campaign. I forgot what it was. Hold on one sec. Okay, so our forms, so there's a difference between all of the forms. All of them just behave a little bit different. So like the bounce, exit intent, and the pop-up link, these are always going to pop up. This one, like the exit intent, this one will do it automatically. The pop-up link means that I have to click on a link, and then it will pop up. The any form, this is the one that will connect to any website. And the other ones, they're pretty self-explanatory in that the corner pop-up, it's on a web page, and you'll see it at the very corner. The top sign-up bar, it's one of those sign-up bars that are here at the very top of the actual page. The bottom, also at the very bottom. And the welcome mat, this is actually like a full screen pop-up. I'm sure that you've seen those before. It's like when you load a page, it'll first present you with a full screen, and then you can scroll or you could close that off. That's what that welcome mat is. So those work really well for existing sites. I wouldn't really do the welcome mat for a thank you. I'm sorry, for a landing page, but for an existing site, most definitely, most definitely. Okay, so a question from seeing the video. Okay, please explain how to offer a coupon. Okay, Yes, I'll go ahead and tell you guys how to include a coupon. Currently, we can't do dynamic coupons. We are actually working on that, but you can most definitely like generate a static one-use coupon. So some sites like, well, actually most e-commerce sites like Shopify and all those big ones, they let you do what's called a single-use coupon. So you would put that coupon into a KickoffLabs auto reply, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. And that's how you would deliver people's coupons. And let's say you wanted to deliver a coupon like after 5 referrals, not just by signing up. Like you'll get a coupon for 50% off after you get 5 referrals. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. So it's really, really powerful and really easy to do too. Okay, so my campaign has been created, and now KickoffLabs is already showing me, like here in the background, I see my landing page, my thank you page, and my exit intent widget. And I can add as many pages and thank you pages and widgets as I need to my campaign. So the next step basically is, as I mentioned, is starting to edit the actual pages. So we want to customize the page. Right now, I'm just seeing the actual default, which I wouldn't want to launch this page like this, obviously. So let's jump in and just click edit page. Okay, so once I'm actually in the page editor, you'll notice that things are pretty straightforward. I mean, I can simply just click into any section and start customizing the actual text. Let me see. I'll say the greatest product ever launched, just to be a little bit funny. So the greatest product ever launched. So I can easily change the actual headline. I can start customizing it. Let's say I wanted to change like the font size. Really easy to do. Font size. I could change the font look like the paragraph format. I probably want it as a heading, so I'll have it as heading 1. So lots of things that I can actually do. And you'll notice that once I start clicking into a section, that these additional buttons come up where I can click the design section, where I can customize the design. I can customize the actual design of the little small section here. So it should be pretty straightforward. And I'll show you how I can actually add content to the page as well, because this is our drag and drop editor where you can easily like add in additional sections. Let's say I wanted to add in a feature section and then a footer right below this mailing. Like let's say I don't have my privacy policy here yet. I'll be adding that in just a moment. So all I would need to do is click the little plus button, and I would locate the piece of content that I want to add. If you click this drop down, you can actually filter through the types of content sections that are available. I want to add a testimonial, so I'll go ahead and look for quotes. And I can see here roughly what it's going to look like on my page. And I'll go ahead and grab one of the nice looking ones. Okay, so I'll just grab this one. And all I need to do is just click and drag it into the place where I want to put it. There we go. And it looks like it's a little bit too tight. It's okay. I can actually click into the section itself. And I'll click the design. And I can just add some more padding to the top. See how it changes. I might want to add just a touch more. So 50 pixels, and I'll do 50 at the bottom. Okay, cool. So I'll just go and click done, and you can see that it's added to my page. It looks good. The next thing I'd want to add is maybe just a little footer. Let me go ahead and add that too. I'll just put I'll put some footer with some social icons. So I'll scroll down here and just drop it in, and there we go. It looks like a pretty complete page already. It looks awfully nice, to be honest with you. So basically, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to start customizing the actual sections. And once again, I can click the design sections, and you'll notice that pretty much these are the same options. So I can change the padding, and if I click back, right now what we're looking at is actually the page design. So if I click the little paintbrush itself, I could change the page design, where I could change the font styles, as opposed to like changing them here directly. It could be somewhat difficult. You can actually change them globally, where I can just update the page styles here. Let's go ahead and change to Tahoma, and we'll change this to Ubuntu, just so it looks a little bit different. You probably might not notice that much of a huge difference, but it did change. Okay, so and this is pretty straightforward too. These are actually the font styles of the page, the colors of the page. I can add a background image, which would actually change which would be attached to the entire page. So just be aware of that. Like, let's say I want to change this, just the header. image, I would just click the section and click the design section and see how I can switch out this image. It's really easy. And you can upload your own images. You can easily add additional content to KickoffLabs. And you can even upload like PDFs and ebooks and all that stuff, which can easily be delivered. So I'll show you how to do that in just a bit. Okay, so some of the most important things from this page, actually, before I talk about that, just let me quickly show you how you can actually preview the page. So this is the page editor. Once I want to preview the page, I can go ahead and click save, and clicking save will save a draft of the page, meaning that I could come back to this later on. I don't have to publish it live. I can come back and I can edit it later. And to preview it, I can just click the preview button. This is really cool because you get to see your page in 3 different sizes. You'll notice that at the very top here, you have desktop view, you have a tablet view, and you will also have a mobile view where you can use all 3 of these views roughly to just to gauge what your page is going to look like on a variety of devices, because nowadays people surf on just about all of these type of devices. So you can see what it's going to look like. You can optimize it. If something isn't really looking up to your standards, you can always email our support at support@kickofflabs.com. We'll be always happy to, we're always happy to help you with any kind of like small tweaks. It's not a problem. Okay, so cool. So now that we saw our page, I want to show you one of the most important parts of like the actual page designer. So since this is going to be a referral campaign, so I want people to sign up, not only to sign up, but I also want people to share. The share message is extremely, extremely important. So that share message is going to be pulled generally from the page title. So you want to be sure that you have a really good page title, a really good meta description. This is actually seen in the browser tab, so just so you're aware. But more importantly, if I scroll down, I'll start seeing these Facebook settings and Twitter settings. This is actually what's going to be seen on Facebook. So when people click to share on Facebook, which to be honest are the majority of shares, they are going to see like people, their audience or their friends are going to see this in their newsfeed, the title, the description, all that. So highly, highly important to optimize that, to make sure that it's a really, really good quality image, to make sure that it's a really good, good quality title and description. And I'll share some links with you in just a little bit that'll link over to how to optimize that, to how to get a great image, okay? And if I scroll down, same goes for the Twitter settings. So I want to be sure to add a really good Twitter title, description. I can add a Twitter card image too. And so this is one of the places where, okay, so like this is one of the 3 important places where I need to put the social share message, okay? These are the Facebook settings, the Twitter settings, and I'll show you where we're going to add some additional social share settings, okay? Okay, so let's go to close this out. And this is actually telling me that currently we have a thank you page. Just in case you didn't want a thank you page, which really isn't like that recommended, just really depends on your campaign. You have this other option just in case you wanted to just show them what's called an inline thank you, which instead of redirecting, it'll show people thanks on this page. But to be very honest with you, the best results, the best campaigns under KickoffLabs are those that do use that dedicated thank you page, those dedicated viral thank you pages. And you'll see why in just a moment. So let's go ahead and leave that as is. And if you ever need help, you can always click the need help and you can ask the box a question, not a problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and click save. And let's say that I already finished editing this page to my liking. This is exactly how I want it to look. I'll go ahead and click publish, and this will publish the page live to the internet. Currently, it's published to a Kickoff Pages domain, but I can easily customize this. And actually, I can easily publish my thank you page and my sign up landing page to the same domain. And really easy to do. Let me just quickly show you to do that too. And then I'll jump into the emails just to show you how I can deliver the like a coupon code or an ebook or any of that cool stuff. And then I'll show you where the other social share settings are, okay? And if you have any specific questions, please feel free and ask them in the chat. Actually, I should probably jump into the chat. Let me see if there are any. Okay, learn more about optimization for virality. Okay, Gary, I'm going to be talking about that optimization for virality. because that really comes with the thank you pages. Because I mean, landing pages, they're basically all the same. It's just a page with a sign-up form. Obviously, you do want to optimize it. Let me go quickly run through the best type of landing page that we see in our own experience. The best types of landing pages, and instead of just drawing on here, let me show you. Show you guys. You'll actually really like this. So I'll go to KickoffLabs.com/showcase. And you're going to see here a whole bunch of case studies. So these are customer case studies of people that have used Kickoff Labs in the past. And let me show you roughly the best type of campaigns that work. If you do jump into this page, just be sure to visit the Glowforge one, which is the very first one. The one with the dog image, this one's really good. We're going to jump into that one. But let me show you their sign up page, okay? This is usually the best type of flow. If we take a look at this, you can see that their page is, it's a pretty simple page, but I really like how the flow works. And this is how the best type of pages are built, where you start off with the logo, and then you follow with a strong headline. And then after that, you get a nice sub-headline. These are best practices, by the way. These are spot-on optimization best practices. If your page isn't built like this, you should probably consider updating it to this, because this is the best way. So logo, headline, sub-headline. And yeah, you want to attach some kind of image. The image has to be really good. It doesn't really matter exactly where it's placed, but it should be placed kind of front and center, where either it could be placed to the left or to the right, or it could be underneath, how it is in this case. It really, really doesn't matter, but it has to be a high quality image, and it has to be tied to the actual page itself, or to the copy of the page more so. So we have logo, subheadline, logo, headline, subheadline, image, and then this is the real magic here. And then it's call to action, and tied to the actual call to action itself is the incentive. So you see here is, it says step inside, sign up, and earn free sunglasses. So that's pretty much the best way to actually build the page. If you want to add additional content, like some feature sections, these work too. Adding a feature section to your landing page, obviously it's going to help educate and give people more context about your product or about your service. And yeah, but the best way is, logo, headline, subheadline, some kind of image. The image could be placed just about anywhere. Call to action with the, and the call to action, by that I mean the form. So call to action with the incentive tied to the actual call to action, where it's pretty much the copy is right next to the form itself. So it's to earn free sunglasses. And this can really apply for any business. I know that currently we're looking at a product business, but this can apply for just about any business. The incentive could be a free ebook, could be a free consultation. It could be a one-to-one meeting. We do that ourselves, and it works really well. And I'll show you some examples of some incentives. So that is as far as optimization for signing up. And then there's a part two to optimization, which is optimization for getting people to share. And you'll already see some examples here. You could see that this is the optimization for getting people to share using a wait list. This is the optimization for getting people to share using the reward tables, which is what I'm going to be customizing in just a minute or so. And yeah, they all work a little bit different, but you'll see how we can optimize that. And that was a great question, by the way, Gary. Appreciate it. Okay, after the campaign setup, the best things to A/B test and best incentives to offer. Yep, I'll talk about A/B testing and best incentives. And actually, if you take a look at the KickoffLabs.com/showcase and you click on the one with the dog image, they're not sunglasses for dogs. Okay, that would be pretty cool though. But one sec, don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe because I did something to it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you'll actually, if you scroll down, so click on the one with the dog image on it, and if you scroll down a little bit, because it's talking about their actual campaign, you'll see where it says their campaign flow. You'll see that they actually launched with 2 drastically different versions of the page, which is something that we usually recommend. And we worked very closely with Solo Eyewear. To be honest, the people that perform like the best are the ones that do exactly what you guys are doing, which is join the Getting Started, learn about best practices, talk to us directly. And yeah, like our own best practice is to, you can do one of two, like launch with two drastically different versions, which is what this is. Like this is version 1, this is version 2. Version 2 won, by the way. This one over here, I wonder why. I'm pretty sure I know why, because it's more focused on the customer. But you can either do that, or you can create a copy of your existing page, and I'll show you how you can do that just a bit. Change, like tweak a thing or two, usually the headline, and launch with that. So that's really one of the best practices. But I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let me quickly show you how you can add your custom domain, because that is really going to help increase your conversion rate as well. Like if you launch on our kickoff pages domain, you can most definitely do that. You can create the page and just launch, and right now it says Michael Demo Part 2-2. It's not a beautiful domain. If this was on my own custom branded domain, it would perform much better. So I could do that by going to custom domains. And I can simply add in my own domain. Right now I've added my own personal domain, but adding a domain is extremely easy and extremely straightforward. All you do is just click the Add Domain button, add in the actual domain itself, which could be a www, which is like how it is here, www.ipalmerin. That's my personal domain, or it could be like a subdomain. So I can use like launch.ipalmerin or signup.yourcompany.com or pre-launch.yourcompany.com. Lots of those work. So it could be either the www or a subdomain. Okay. So let's say I already went through the steps of adding it, which is really quick. All I need to do is what's called a CNAME within your DNS. If that's too hard for you to understand, you can always email our support team. We have a concierge service that we can help you with, set that up too. So once I do that, I can go back to my to my campaign, and I could do so by going here. So I'm going to my campaign, and I want to change the actual URL of the landing page. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm back at this page where it's telling me where my campaign was published to, but if I scroll down, I can actually click to my custom domain. So I'll go ahead and click to iPalmerin, and I already have a whole bunch of pages there, so I might need to create some funny, this funny URL. That's what I'll say. I had to publish it to a funky URL because I've published so many demo pages, like all of the sign up and standard ones are already taken. But this goes to show that you could use just about any path. Like the best practice is to, let's say I'm launching like a brand new product. The best practice is to publish your sign up landing page, which is the one with the form on it. That one would be published to the normal domain. So just www.yourcompany.com. And then I would publish the sign up page. And then I would publish the thank you page, which you'll see in just a moment, to a path. So like this is a sign up page. Actually, this is probably better. So this is a sign up page. I'll click publish. And it's really quick. You'll see that this is how quick it is. So it's already set up for me. The exit intent popped up because I was going to show you this, but you can see the domain, it's already published, and it already has my custom path. Super quick, super easy. All of my content is easily added to the page. It's really awesome. I really love our platform. So, okay, once that's set up, we can already see that the sign up page is pretty much already set up. If I click here, actually, it's probably like a shortcut for you guys. If you click in the very top blue bar, you can see that I can navigate through here. So I'll go ahead and click just all the way back to my campaign. This will take me to my campaign dashboard. And I'm going to do the same process for the thank you page, where I'm going to talk a little bit about virality too. But I'll do the same process of jumping into edit page, starting to customize the actual page simply by clicking the actual sections. So let's say I wanted to switch up this image. Let's go and switch. I forgot how to switch it. Here we go. I'll just switch this with a logo, or I can just delete it entirely, and I can start customizing the actual sections. I think I added some different text. So let's go to page design. I think I might have added like some different text to it. I think I did. I forgot the exact font style that I use, but I can easily change the font styles to update. So that looks bad. Okay, so cool. So I can easily start customizing the actual section itself. Just so you're aware too, like let's say I had this entire section here and I didn't want to ship it with like, or like launch it with this entire section here. I can actually hide these sections. So you can see that it says hide section. And it's hiding for me. There we go. So we can get rid of that section entirely just in case it's not working for me. So this is pretty much the same as the previous page where I can drag and drop additional content. You'll notice that currently there's like already what's called our referral tracker on the page, and here's the social sharing. So really, really important to actually do. Like if I click the actual social sharing, I'll click into that little section. You see that currently a little pop-up button shows edit share links. If I click that, it'll bring up my little sharing networks. One of my favorite things to actually do just to make these buttons more noticeable, because this is essentially step 2. Like on this page, this is where people have already signed up, and I need to optimize this page for social sharing. I need to optimize this page for getting people to share with their friends and refer additional people. So the first thing that I might want to do is obviously customize the buttons. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit more obvious. So I'll put share. You can see that the Facebook gets share, so I can add some text to it. I'll say tweet. And this is important too. Facebook, just so you're aware, Facebook is always going to be pulling from the sign up page. I know it's kind of confusing at first, but you know, just understanding the actual flow, it'll be a lot easier. But Facebook will always be pulling the share message and the share title and the share image that you placed on the sign up landing page, the one with the form, which is the one we were editing previously. That was where we added our Facebook title, our Facebook share message, all of that. So it'll be pulling from there. However, Twitter is going to be pulling from here. So I like to, generally, I like the best practice is to use the exact same message. So any type of message that you're using for Twitter, you probably want to place it here, and you'll want to place it in the emails as well, which I mentioned. There's 3 main places where you want to add the social share. One of them was the settings tab in the sign up page. Then this is the other one, like in the thank you page, and then the third one will be the email autoresponder, like in the emails themselves. But I can customize this, so I might want to use some, like, you know, use hashtags. You know, those are the best practices, and maybe an @ name, like your @ username, and the link is going to be placed at the end of this, so you'll know that. Okay. And just be sure to keep this under, I think, like 120 characters, because there's a URL attached to it. So just be sure to keep it under 120 because it's a tweet. Okay, cool. So you see that the buttons are more obvious because I clicked the edit share link, I clicked the little pencil icon, and then I added the button text. So I'll go ahead and say email for here. And same thing goes for the email. Like this is where I would customize. When people click to share via email with their friends, this is what would be auto-filled. So be sure to customize it. Okay, so I'll go click save. And you can also add additional share networks too. Like let's say I wanted to add maybe Tumblr or like WordPress or something like that. I can easily add that. Let's just do Google Plus for now. But let's see, let's do share on Google. So really easy to actually do. Just simply add in that additional network from the dropdown, and it'll add that section to you. And if I want to like rearrange this, all I need to do is hover and just like click and drag. So really easy. Cool. So the buttons look pretty darn good. Like they look really obvious, pretty clickable. There might be a couple things that I might want to edit on this page too. So the next really important thing that I want to edit would be the referral tracker itself. So this is highly important too. Like as I mentioned, our thank you pages are going to differ just a little bit between each of them. So some of them are focused on reward levels, like this one specifically. Other ones have wait lists. Other ones have like just like a simple friends referred. Other ones you can add points. So if you need some assistance with like choosing the best type of campaign, you can always reach out to us, or you could check out these other pages that I was showing you guys, like on the KickoffLabs.com/showcase. You'll see a whole bunch of customer pages and what's worked for them. and some of the cool stuff that you could do. Like this page is somewhat different to that, but I can easily build this within KickoffLabs. We actually have this page too. So yeah. Let me go ahead and click into the referral tracker, because right now I'm going to keep this roughly kind of basic, but what this referral tracker is going to do is once people start referring friends, they could come back to this page, and it's easily to drive people back to this page. Once they do come back, you could show them how many referrals they've gotten, and very similar to like what Saha is doing, these guys, which is our KickoffLabs customer, people can earn rewards. So, you know, they can get 25% off, or they could get free product, or they can earn any type of different incentive. It could be a digital incentive, it could be a coupon, it could be physical goods. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it's pretty much up to you. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to, and I'll jump into the chat in just a moment just to make sure that there aren't any unanswered questions. So same thing as with just about any other section. I'll click on it and see this button that says Edit Referral Tracker. I'm going to click that. And this is where I can start customizing the referral tracker itself. I can add reward levels. Let's say I wanted to add five reward levels, which is really easy to do. See, now I have, instead of those 3, I have the 5. I can bring it down to 1. It you know, is really, really easy to start customizing it. And then I tell the system how many prize levels are needed in order for this to light up. So it'll be showing people their actual progress bar. And customizing the section is pretty straightforward. I mean, you basically tell the system or tell KickoffLabs after how many prize levels. This would be the number, like 10, 15, 20, whatever. It can easily be customized. And one of my favorite things to actually do, which you probably saw on this previous page, is adding in some images. So you see how they have images added to the actual prize section. This works really well because it helps guide people along as to what they're going to be getting. And to do that, I would just simply click into the prize level section, and I can add an image. So it's really easy just to click, and my library would pop up. I don't have any great images, but let me see. I'll just use this one for now. I can click and drag the edges to resize it. And you can easily see that I could do that for all those sections too. And yeah, so really easy to start customizing it, start actually making it branded to my own business and branded to my own reward levels. So really easy to do. Also, as with the other pages, you can click to preview. And this will show you the page in different sizes where I can actually see, okay, this is what it's going to look like on a tablet, on a mobile, all that good stuff. And yeah, so let me show you the settings tab. Also very important. So be sure that you fill out the title, meta description. Same thing goes for the Facebook share title, all this stuff. I like placing the exact same share information that you placed on the previous page, because you never know which page people are going to share. Obviously, you want them to share the sign-up landing page, the one with the form, but you never know. People can always share this thank you page. So just be sure to fill out the exact same information. Okay, and once we're done with this page, we can just go ahead and click just publish. That means that that means that this page is now published live to the internet. And let me show you how I can easily, quickly publish it to my own custom path. So let's say this is my next page. Please share. That's a really long URL path, but either way, I just wanted to keep it unique because, as I mentioned, I have a whole bunch of pages published. So you can see that these are now both published. And if I sign up on the landing page here, it will drive me directly to that thank you page. So, and there we go. So here's my page. Here it is customized. Obviously, I wouldn't want to launch it like this. You want to customize it to your own business, but I highly, highly invite you to, as I mentioned, take a look at KickoffLabs.com/showcase. This is going to give you a whole bunch of really, really great inspiration. And these people, like these customers' pages, have performed extremely well. And like we're talking about thousands of signups and highly, highly successful crowdfunding campaigns. Whatever your company is doing, I'm sure you'll find some inspiration here within the KickoffLabs.com/showcase. Okay, so let's see if there are any other pages. I'm sorry, any other questions? So do we have a way to change font styles? colors of just not one page, but several all at once to align with brand. You know what, currently, Rosario, that's a really great suggestion, but you do have to go page per page, changing the actual colors. But as you notice, I mean, it's pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, I could jump in. The fastest way to actually do it is clicking edit page and going to the page design, where you could just change font styles. Like, let's say I wanted everything to be Nunito. Like, that's my branding. Everything is Nunito. I could just jump in, switch it up. I'm not going to do it for all the pages, but that's how you can easily do it. And you could change your color styles too, and that's how you would easily do it. So just click done, publish, and move on to the next page. But literally, I can get it done within 5 minutes or even less. Okay, so let's see if there are any additional questions. Gary, yeah, those showcases do look great. So highly, highly recommend it. Do check those out. And Rosario, I found the one at the left more visually attractive and compelling. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's all about A/B testing the page. So great suggestion. So actually, let me show you how to A/B test a page, because that's one of the best practices to do. So right out the gate, once you launch your campaign, A/B testing the page is going to get you an additional increase in conversion rate, because we're going to be testing between 2 pages, and hopefully one will perform a lot better than the other. The way to do that, I'm not going to create like an entirely different version of the page, which is one option. You can either test a highly different version of it, or you can create a copy of it. And as I mentioned, just test the like the headline or the background image, which is what I'm going to do now. So I want to create first a copy. So don't let this start A/B test confuse you. First, I want to make a copy of it. So it's asking me, do I want to make a copy? Yep. I want to copy the page, and all I'm going to do is test a different headline. So this is a different headline. Okay, so that's basically what it is. Let's say I just wanted to keep it really simple, test the actual headline. Maybe I want to switch out like the image itself. You know, I could do all kinds of different stuff. Let's not get too complex. There we go. So I just want to test this out. So right now I have 2 different versions of the page. This is published to a funky URL. I mean, I could update the actual URL, but it really doesn't matter. Since I'm going to be since I'm going to be A/B testing the page, it's going to be running off of a single URL. So it'll be running off of the URL which I actually run the test off of. So I would locate the original page, which is not the copy, but the original itself. I'll click the little gear icon, and from there, I'll go ahead and click Start A/B Test. And this is where I get to just tell the system, okay, how to run the actual A/B test. I'll name it. There's something called smart testing, which is highly recommended. This means that KickoffLabs will start showing like equally, like we'll start with a 50-50 split, but then we'll adjust the ratio to show the best performing page. And that's just to make sure that you're not losing leads to a bad version. So all you need to do is click go A/B test, and you'll start seeing results come up here. Yeah, so that's really one of the best practices. Yeah, like starting out with an A/B test. And right now it's running. I could click A/B test just to see those results. But if someone visits this page, they'll see one version or the other. But since I've been cookied, I'm only going to see this version. But if someone else loads it, you'll probably see a different version. I mean, feel free to load the page. You might see a different one. Yes. Actually, Rosario is asking about royalty-free images with the platform. Yes, we do actually include royalty-free images. So if I jump into edit page, unless I wanted to update just actually it's telling me warning because it's an A/B test, but it's okay. Let's say I wanted to change the background image. I'll click select image, and you'll see all of like these little buttons here at the top. This will scroll you to our different sections. My images means these are the images that I've uploaded. But if I scroll down, I've uploaded a whole bunch of images. But if I scroll down, I'll start seeing, sometimes it takes a moment to load since I have a whole bunch of heavy images. You'll start seeing the images. Yeah, so these are all royalty free. You can pull in some outside images. Some of them are really nice, to be honest with you. So we have images that are outside, images with people, you know, objects, focus, blurred, holidays, all that good stuff. So I can easily use these, and these are all royalty free. Yeah, you don't have to pay anything for these. These are all paid for by us. So it's part of the actual platform. Great. So I guess one of the last things that I'm going to be talking about is showing the email sequence too, because really there are 3 steps. People have signed up on the landing page, people refer friends through the thank you page, and then they're going to start getting emails through KickoffLabs email auto replies. So if I click the email dropdown, I can actually see the types of emails that KickoffLabs offers. So we offer 4 different types of emails. It really depends on your plan. So with a business plan, you get access to what are called the verification emails and additional ones like the influencer and the incentive emails. Those are going to let you, first off, do like a double opt-in where you can verify the validity of your leads. So that means that they'll have to click a link in order to be included in your campaign. That's the verification email. The influencer email and the incentive emails, these are referral-based emails, and I'll show you how those work and how powerful they are in just a moment. But those do require a business plan. All of the other plans do come included with the automatic reply. It doesn't mean that you can't really do much without a business plan, but the automatic reply is extremely powerful, and I'm going to show you how to set that up. So if I click set up automatic email reply, this is the email that gets sent out immediately after people sign up. So if I have verification turned on, then it'll be after the verification email. But in this case, I don't have any type of double opt-in or any verification. So this email will go out immediately after people sign up on this page. So first, I need to set that up. Currently, it's turned off. So from the drop down, I would choose either once or always. Once means that they'll get it only once if they sign up on the form, but if they sign up lots of times and I have it set to always, that means that they'll always get that email auto reply. So it just really depends on your campaign. Usually once, it should be fine. Okay, and I could customize the subject, and this section is actually pretty customizable. You can start adding in your text. I can actually change the font style. Like I could do a paragraph. I don't know why I would want to do that, but I can easily format the actual text. I can add in images. Let's say I wanted to add in like a logo at the very top, just to kind of brand my emails. I can add in an image. Oops, that logo is transparent, but it's okay. But you get the idea of how I can easily just like add in additional content. And actually, this is where I can add in like a coupon code too. Like I can add in use coupon code. Use coupon code +20 or something like that for 20% off. But this is where I can actually deliver that. As I mentioned, certain systems like Shopify and the majority of e-commerce platforms let you do what's called a single use or a one-time use coupon. So this is perfect for that. And people, after they sign up to your list, they get that coupon where number one, they can refer friends. Number two, they can get that coupon, and they can actually earn additional rewards by referring more friends. As you saw that, because we set up our referral levels. Where are they here? Let me look for those referral levels so you could show them to you. Yeah, so we set up these referral levels, these prize levels. So, okay, so this is pretty straightforward. As I mentioned, you can easily customize this, and you'll notice that there's some little links here, like these short codes. These are actually called email tokens, and if you scroll down on the page, you can see that there are some additional tokens that you could bring in to your campaign in case you wanted to add additional networks or in case you wanted to provide additional information. One of the best practices that I personally like to do is add the thank you link. So as I mentioned, like you can easily drive people back to their thank you pages just so they can see their own progress. One of my favorite ways of doing that is within emails. So you would just click, you would copy the entire code itself, copy, and then paste it into the email itself. So I can just say like, PS, be sure to, I don't know why it's not, okay, check your status, okay. I can actually customize that text within the thank you link itself. So I'll tell people, check your status here anytime. Now, I wouldn't place any kind of punctuation, so don't place like exclamation points or periods or anything. That might break it, but you can most definitely customize the actual text itself. But that's one of the best practices as well, like placing a thank you link back to the thank you page. And you could do this within MailChimp too. So don't think that you can only do it within KickoffLabs. You can actually connect this to MailChimp, or you can send them like daily newsletters or weekly newsletters where you're constantly driving people back to their sign-up page and to their thank you page, where they could both refer friends and check their progress. So really cool stuff. Alrighty, so let's say I finish customizing this. I can either send myself a preview or just click Save Auto Reply Settings. And that means that it's all set up. So this is pretty much set up. I mean, the next thing that I might want to do, specifically since I added these reward levels, I'll go ahead and do the incentive emails. So these are the goal-based emails. These are going to be sent out each time a person hits a certain referral goal, the ones that I actually place here. So the way to do that, I'll go ahead and just click Add My First. Okay, and it's actually telling me that I need to add a postal address because this is required by CAN-SPAN-MAX. So yeah, so I need to just put a postal address. I'll just put a fake one for now, but I don't recommend doing that. You should put your actual real physical postal address. Okay, so KickoffLabs is now asking me, okay, you can now add an incentive email, and I probably want to align it with my reward level. So I can create as many incentive emails as I want to under a business plan. So I could create 100 if I really wanted to. There's no case for it. But one thing that I like to do is obviously create one for each level, like 5, 10, 15, 25. So I'll go ahead and create one. So after 5, they get an email, which is going to tell them, hey, you did it. You've generated so many referrals, and I can add in all the same tokens. So I can tell them check your status. I can tell them to do all kinds of cool stuff. And I can actually be notified too, which is really powerful, especially for the higher levels, like especially for people reaching 15 or 25 or 50. You could put 300 referrals if you really wanted to, 1,000. But highly recommended, like for people reaching the higher levels, it's recommended that you click notify. So that way about influencers, and you can spot out potential fraud, and you can reach out directly to people who probably have a huge following and that can do a lot for your business. So this could be really, really powerful too. So you're not only notifying them, you're notifying yourself, and you can take action on that. So it's really cool. And feel free to be creative. Like, feel free to add an incentive email for the level 9 and for level 14 to tell people you're almost there, or for level 7 where you're telling them, okay, you've gotten 5, you already got this. Now all you need is a few more to reach 10, and you'll reach that next goal. So be sure that you're creative and you use the tools to their fullest extent. Okay, so that's pretty much it. As far as the presentation, we're almost done with the hour now. I know we went a little bit long, but I guess let me go ahead and close this off by answering a few more questions for you guys. And I'm going to share with you what's called our campaign checklist. This is a really, really good checklist, and it's going to provide you with some information and some good links that are going to help get the most from your KickoffLabs account. So I'll share this with you. Just be sure to click the download the checklist button. And once you do that, you'll get access to the actual PDF checklist where you can print it out, or you could do anything you want to. I mean, you could just follow along with the actual checklist itself. So let me go ahead and share that with you. And I'll answer any type of, I know, Rosario, actually I'll answer your questions, but I know, Rosario, the image with the teepees is beautiful, right? There's a lot of really nice images in there. So is it possible to integrate with any email marketing service? Rosario is asking. So yes, you can integrate with ActiveCampaign. You can integrate with Drip, with GetDrip. We have direct, I don't think we have a direct integration with ActiveCampaign, but I've worked with several customers, and setting up that ActiveCampaign is really easy. So if you need help, go ahead and let us know. Drip, we have, Drip and MailChimp, we do have direct integrations where all you need to do, go to campaigns, click into your campaign, and from the emails dropdown, you would just click push to. So in this case, I could do push to Aweber, or push to Drip, push to MailChimp, push to ActiveCampaign. I believe it's with the webhook, but we can easily help you set that up. But yeah, we have direct integrations, most definitely. And yeah, and to grow lists because of viral sharing, want to create segments. Yes, MailChimp considers the same person, different segments. Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, so you can do Drip. I mean, Drip, we use Drip in-house. We used to use MailChimp for our email newsletters and stuff like that. But nowadays, we use Drip. Yes, and we connect everything from KickoffLabs into Drip, and it works really well. Like, we can transfer all the stuff, like all the share links and all that good stuff, and yeah. But Drip usually takes a little bit to load. I don't know why, but yeah, that's how the web app works. But it's extremely good. We love it. Cool. So looks like that's pretty much it for the hour. Let's go ahead and close this off. If you do need any additional help, please feel free to reach out to us directly. You can always email support@kickofflabs.com. And since you've bared with me throughout this entire hour, you have direct access to me. So once again, my name is Izzy. That's I-Z-Z-Y. I'll go ahead and share my email within the chat in a moment. Excuse me, but you can always email Izzy, I-Z-Z-Y, Izzy@kickofflabs.com, and I'm always happy to answer any questions. Or if you email support, just say, hey, can you send this email to Izzy? So we're asking, okay, so Rosario has a question. One of our final questions: is it possible to create a landing page with password to access and download a product? Like, technically, I guess that is possible. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. Like, you could do that with KickoffLabs. It's not built into the actual platform, but I guess technically you could do that, because all you would need to do is like on the server, basically create like a server password, which takes a little bit of setup, but shouldn't be too hard to do. Once you have that, then people would access. Then they would need to sign up on the form, and then they would need to and then they would get the actual product. Or you can just like bring people to a landing page. And well, actually, I'm trying to think of a way that you could do that, because currently, like, we can't necessarily like input a password and download people, so we don't have that kind of conditional logic. But yeah, I mean, just send us an email like at support@KickoffLabs with your specific use case, and we could probably provide some pretty good recommendations. Okay, so yeah, so just be sure to check out the case studies. Be sure to check out the checklist, and be sure to email support@kickofflabs.com if you have any additional questions, and we're always happy to help. Okay, you have a great rest of your day, and looking forward to your successes. Okay, thanks.